Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. How are you guys doing? So today I'd like to welcome everyone towards PSNL quarterfinals. going to have a national league. Uh, we're gonna have a great league. We've already had a great run so far. It's been an amazing journey, and today we're gonna see a match against E4 from the side of Portal Esports versus Error 404. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the fellow casters, which are Carnage. I'm pretty sure he's well known, as well as Excalibur. So Carnage,
Hello and
please.
before I begin, I'd like to thank the entire community for being very, very patient with us and for registering in the tournament, for being a very good audience, and for appreciating and respecting the rules of the tournament. We really, really respect the fact that you guys have given us this opportunity to host this league, and the response that we've received is going to be the reason why we're going to have an even bigger league the next time when the tournament is hosted. So thank you to everyone who's playing and all the teams who are participating, and we hope to have a really amazing game. Moving on to you, Caliber.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. So as we finish up with that, Portal Esports M takes the first round with an easy cleanup. Anime takes the first pick by jumping on boxes and scope on it. Now Portal Esports has infiltrated
that wall
on
bang.
side.
Oh my god. Yes, he's out of his mind right now. I can tell just by the way that he hit that wall bang in the cafe. Like that's one of the basic things. But to hit that in a tournament.
As we talk about that, the round comes to a conclude. And we're moving to round number 3 now.
Alright, so here's something interesting. We've probably, especially in Pakistan, the meta in Pakistan has evolved around Type 25 as well as MSMC and mostly SMGs. We're seeing the side of Portal Esports using AKS as well as Codite. Codite is a pretty uncommon gun as well as. The thing is, AKS, we've seen it being overshadowed at the same time.
Enemy contact.
But right now we're seeing absolute domination coming from the side of Show with 7 kills this early in the match, and on the other side we have
kills
Vase.
in 2 rounds. Wow, I mean,
yeah, 7 kills in 2 rounds.
That's like average of 3.5 kills in each round already. That's pretty abnormal.
It's a 2v2 situation right now. And the enemy gets 2 beautiful flicks and the round is over. And it's 3-0 with the side of Portal Esports. So let's see what the strat for...
Yeah, let's talk about the main strats. So as Caliber was saying, if you go ahead and check, we always see Portal Esports trying to rush in, and enemy always tries to save that A spot. No, he's the only one who's trying, and speaking, he gets in 3 rounds, and I've seen him speak with all 3 rounds. He's speaking through the boxes, on top of the boxes, on towards the side, and he's not letting anyone come towards that side. And this time, E4 actually stopped coming towards his side.
Yes, but right now, as you can see that apparently Portal Esports strat did not work out over there. They used 4 people at the start of the round. And it's only Magenta left alive. He's roaming around blue top. He's gonna get pushed now. Yeah, but there's an interesting thing with Team E4 that they don't have a single sniper. What do you have to say about that strat when defending on standoff?
So here's the thing.
Defend the objectives.
Yeah, so here's the thing. E4, I've seen something really cool here, that E4 adapted really quickly. They realized they cannot take a fight against enemy, because enemy was cracked out of his mind. He was shooting and he was hitting every shot. So they quickly realized they have to adapt their strats. They have to go ahead and this is like immensely amazing gameplay coming from their side, because they just adapted so quickly, and now they're all going towards the backside. And Portal Esports also realized that they have to adapt as well, and now they have complete control of the bomb side, and they're not going for kills right now. They're just trying to hold that side. It's amazing.
Yes, and now they've got the standard plant at A, and because the plant at A is pretty standard and easy to hold, so it's a 4v1 situation for Portal, and I don't see this round going in any way to E4 given the current circumstances.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet.
Okay, so with the round coming to an end, we're 5 rounds in the match, and we're seeing a pretty one-sided match. I'm not going to say it's one-sided because there's still time. And E4, I know them. I've seen their potential. Every team in Pakistan has a great potential in them, and the only thing it matters honestly is how much they follow, how much they practice this track, how much they practice this follow, how much they
Can you
practice
see
their
what
gameplay.
what this poor Esports did? They just smoked off their own spawn before, and they are inside the CD spawn now. So
From
let's
the
see
other
what
side,
happens
yes.
right now. Yeah,
That's a pretty
as you can
creative
see,
strat, but it's an unfavorable situation right now.
Contact
As
with enemy.
Excalibur is going to say, it's 3 in the favor
it's
of
a 4v3,
E4.
yes. And the sniper
Yeah,
is down
so
from poor Esports as well, so they can't be looking for long range fights.
I'm
Show
Show
takes
makes
down
sense.
Vase quite easily over there. And now it's a 2v3 situation with Cho and Bilal Z left alive.
Kenny takes down Bilal, which is amazing. Kenny takes down Bilal right now, and
Yeah, that's
Shah
very
and
impressive.
Kenny are going to go ahead and come in. Sho is going to try and push and aggressive. He's going to get cornered by 3 guys, and he's going to get killed. And
Yeah,
we
so nice
see,
team
and
play.
Nice
yeah,
team
we
play
see
by
E4 trying
Team
to make a
E4.
come play, and they're not adapting, and they're trying to go ahead and make some team moves right now. We've seen E4 do some good gameplays, but at the same time, now we're going to see something really good coming from the side of Portal Esports, because here's something I've seen, like so far in the tournament. Here's something I've noticed. It's been 6 rounds, but every time PES loses, they don't lose the next round the same way again. They don't. They just realize
These
that they
guys
have to
learn
adapt
from their
and move on.
mistakes. These guys learn from their mistakes instantly, and they know
Yeah,
their
exactly,
plans and their
instantly.
strats. Yep. So now we
I mean,
see
almost
that
everyone.
the city guys have
Targets in
pushed
sight.
inside the spawn. Most of them are holding their own spawn right now. But
Yeah.
Ford Esports has a really good defensive positioning.
Okay, so I'm going to call this out right now. Whenever made the standard push to A, which is the standard push, they've seemed like they've seemed invincible. I'm going to call it right now. But as soon as they try something unconventional, they've been punished for it. To be honest, credit goes to E4 for that, for punishing Portal for making those unconventional plays and for actually reacting to them very well in the given situation. So
in
credit
round
to
number
E4.
7, Carnage, as you can see that one of the E4 guys has picked up a sniper. So let's see where he goes to snipe now. He's going blue top. I think he's going to be peeking Granny. So let's see. Yeah, the first peek he does is at Granny, and he's checking.
Enemy contact.
Yeah, no,
and
he doesn't see anyone right now.
shows
We're gonna
more
see a
false
bomb getting
short.
planted. So we're seeing the bomb getting planted right now, but it gets cancelled and he's gonna plant it again. We're seeing Bilal getting it planting right now, and enemy as well as Show are giving him cover from the side from the CT spawn as the sniper tries to take an angle on him. We're gonna see Vase trying to throw a tricky nade, but it does not work out as for him, and enemy catches him out. Enemy is trying to shoot him, but
Kenny is down from the
Time's almost up.
Vinita has taken down Kenny, and Vinita is now trying to go ahead and call out the position of Sid and Scar, and Vinita both push into him and they kill him. And we're gonna wrap up the 8th round with that. The score being 2 and 6. We're gonna see a side change with the next round.
In the next
with
round, but
ending.
I think that if this game is going to if this game has to get competitive, E4 needs to win this round to make it a 3-round deficit. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard when is holding, because we know that they hold their points very well, given the prior tournaments and the tournaments we've seen them play.
Carnage, this is something interesting I'm seeing right now. Portal did not go to A this time. You said that you called it out that Portal goes to A and they win the round. This time they did not go to A, and E4 went to A, and E4 completely made sure that they were not going to come in. There's some mind games coming on right now. Portal knew that E4 was going to hold A, and at the same time Portal just pushed completely.
But
Right now there's a 5v3 situation coming right now.
Instantly, it's a 2v5 situation.
Let's see what
The last
the
it's just enemy against
bomb is being defused.
yeah, he's
And the
gonna
bomb
get
has to
defused.
It's going to be there's no way it doesn't get defused from there.
That's
The
amazing.
competition
That's
is
amazing.
the competition is still on, as we predicted.
Yeah.
It's going to be 6-3.
But
now
this
the side
time,
switch.
I'd like to point out, as I've mentioned to you guys, that Portal will be the ones defending. So let's see whether E4 have that coordinated push as a team if they can break the stronghold
For
points
now,
of
it seems
Portal.
like
Exactly.
they're doing a back alley rush right now because 4 guys are pushing back alley. They instantly
and
They take down
Magenta.
Magenta pretty easily. The thing is, we've seen Portal always pushed A and they got B. Now for E4, we've always seen E4 go back alley, and whenever a fight goes towards back alley, E4 wins. You've seen in the past round as well, when Portal was attacking and they attacked the back alley side, Portal lost the fight because E4 was very strong on it. Look at them. They moved 4 in a row. All of them moved in a bunch and they went all the way. They rotated the entire map
Show takes down
with a
one of them.
circle.
It's 3 for 3
It's
right
a
now.
3v3 situation right now. So let's see what
I'm
happens
down.
because Scar is picked up the sniper. So he's in a really good position to snipe. He takes a lot of fire on Wase, but
Bilal kills one of them
gets
with
a
the
fucking kill, man.
That's
The
gotta
last
hurt.
guy's
That's gotta hurt.
that's gonna
Yeah.
hurt, man. Kenny
The
is
bomb
trying,
is
but I think Scar's gonna get that.
Yeah,
kill
but she gets
instantly.
Bomb
Yeah.
defused.
Show with an
Lost that
excellent
round, but it's not
performance
over
with
yet.
14
Ready
kills
up.
in 10 rounds.
Show as well as Magenta as well as Scar as well as Sid. They're all sitting at 7 kills
Defend the
except
objective.
Show being the
They
kill
have the
leader right
bomb.
now with 14 kills in 10 rounds right now. And also the thing is, we've seen something amazing coming from the side of E4.
Target's
If
in
you know,
sight.
E4 always moves in a pack. They're not getting separated. However, on the side of
Take down
the
Show.
they're
Just by
pretty
the way,
spread out.
before you continue, the Show is down and Bilal is pushed into and he's dead as well.
Scar takes
And
the
Anime gets a
trade.
beautiful snipe, but Anime is getting pushed by 2 guys. Does he know that? He soon realizes he misses
Scar.
2 shots and then gets
Scar and
instantly
Magenta
demolished
versus
by Wase.
Wase and Sid right now.
Carnage,
and,
what do you
uh,
think?
Maybe
Like,
because
if
Magenta
Anime
pushes the enemy on the back
Last
end.
one. Complete the mission.
Oh my god, this is a dire situation for Pearl Esports M right now.
Yeah,
because
Scar
it was a
knows where the
2v2.
bomb is. Just by the way, Scar
Yeah.
knows where the bomb is, so he's probably going to make a rotation. He knows that
Yeah,
they're
he made
probably
a rotation. He
Yeah.
sees 2 guys instantly, but he does not take the fight.
Grenade
Scar is
out!
Okay, so
playing a good mind game.
Sid decides to push
Why
him.
he-
And
Yeah,
Wase
they
decides to
pull
push him
off
as well and doesn't get it
pull off
down.
the flank wonderfully. Wonderful play.
So-
from
Nice
them.
work. Get ready for
They-
the
Yeah,
next
wonderful
round.
play because
very
they
well.
decided
split
not to
up.
go for the bomb. They decided to go for him as well. Because
Yes,
Scar was
and they
trying to kill
also-
time.
They
They had the
flanked him
time.
very
They
well.
had the time.
Destroy
Yeah, they
the
had the
objective.
time, and they
The
knew
enemy has the bomb.
with the 2-man advantage they have going on, they can easily take that fight. Because if one guy gets killed, the other one can easily refrag.
Alright, we're seeing Muhammad coming in
Enemy
the
inside.
back alley. He's trying to hold the entire back push. All 5 men coming from the backside, from the gas station. Muhammad's gonna be the solo guy. Look at that.
Wow, that's creative. I must say that.
That's an amazing gameplay.
That is
And that's
creative, but
the-
what happens? Do Portal
Yeah.
get punished for this?
If they don't, then we win. If they don't.
It's
Because
still a
right
4,
now,
it's still a
it's-
5v5.
it's-
There's been no trades. There's been
It's a
damages given and
5v5,
taken.
but Anime
Yeah,
gets
but Anime is
sniped
dead.
instantly.
Anime is dead. Magenta dies,
And
but he takes
instantly,
one with
it's a
him.
3v3. The bomb is dropped. The bomb is dropped. It's a 3v3 situation.
So there's 3 guys on one side of the granny and the 3 on the side. Vash is trying to go ahead and push in towards Bilal. He's gonna spot Flash. He's gonna spot Show as well, but he's gonna go ahead and not take the fight with Show. He's gonna go ahead and retreat and gonna try and get Bilal from the backside. Vash is gonna go up. Show and Bilal know that there's a guy up here, and they're gonna go ahead and wait for him outside. Bilal gets down one. And Bilal will go ahead and take down the
Show makes it 1
It's a
for 1
one-way
and now
situation coming
Show-
from the side of Show and Shah. So we're seeing
Yeah.
Show and Shah right now.
Yeah,
They're
there's
going to
just
hold
a,
position.
it's just a letter difference between them. So let's see how that translates to.
Time's
Shah is going
almost
to go
up.
ahead and try to take the bomb. Show spots him out. Show knows Show's pre-firing him right now, and he's going to
Yep,
go
yep,
ahead and try to
Show
follow
knows.
him as well.
You have to understand. There's only 20 seconds left on the clock right now, and these guys need the bomb.
Yeah, and Shah is.
If he doesn't
Shah-
take the fight, but Show's gonna he smokes off. And simply Shah
Yep.
pushes through the smoke.
Lost that round, but it's
Yeah,
not over
I
yet.
think I think
All the
Shah
way
Shah Shah had the time to go and plant on B, and there could have been an opportunity for him to hold a nice point and defend it off.
Defend the
I mean that would have
objectives. The enemy has the
definitely
bomb.
created some pressure on Show on the other hand, as opposed to Shah in this case, who had only 10 seconds to plant.
So this round, we don't see anyone in and Show instantly gets 2 kills and punishes E4 for
Yeah. Also, I think Anime has also switched to a gun right now. He's using the
yeah,
KN-44 if I'm not wrong. So
yeah,
it's
and
Scar.
Magenta cleans
Question
it
after
up.
that.
It's
Yeah.
9-4.
Lost that round, but it's not over yet.
So we're
Ready
seeing
up.
9-4 right now, and that's amazing coming from the side that even though both of them have been playing amazing, they've been adapting to the other team and they've been trying to break the strats. But the thing is,
Destroy the
there's been
objective. They have
indecisive
the
moments
bomb.
like the last round, the 13th round, as we saw. Sorry, not the 13th round, 11th round as we saw. The one even Stars struggled to be indecisive and was not able to go for the bomb or the kill, and that lost in the
Yeah, and
that
so
let us
as we
see
were
a
just were
simple
talking,
5-1
Portal
victory.
made a push from mid and they completely destroyed them 5-0. And the final score being 10-4. But although SND has ended, one thing I'd like to say on a positive note, which I believe you two have noticed as well, is that E4, mind you, I was watching them play and I saw that they were trying to
Just
make
another
those
day.
creative plays.
Good job.
I saw that they were not giving in to the fact that they were playing against the best team in Pakistan, being Portal. So I'm really impressed by their performance. I'll be very honest, and I expect a lot more from them in domination. Very well played to both the teams, and it was a really amazing game.
So, since it's time for post match analysis, let's just go ahead and discuss a few
Open the
things.
score. Can we open the
Yeah, exactly.
scorecard?
I have it open right now in front of me. We're gonna see the kill leader from the side of Portal Esports is being scored with 20 kills and 6 deaths while having 3 assists right now. Quickly being followed by Scar at 11 kills, and then Magenta and Anime followed by 10
Yeah,
and 10 kills.
surprisingly, Bilal has a negative kill to death ratio in this game, which is highly unlikely of him given how he performs. But I mean, it could be a one-off game. It happens to anyone. It could happen to anyone. Just being honest.
At the same time, we're going to see a pretty flat curve coming from the side of E4. They all have pretty similar kills. There's no anomalies like Show was an anomaly in the side of Portal Esports with 20 kills. That's almost double the second fragger. So
Yeah.
there's no anomaly coming from the side of E4 right now. And we're going to see some great stats coming in from them as well. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about a few rounds, specifically the 7th, 9th, 11th, and 14th round. The 14th round being the end round. So in the 7th round, Carnage, did you see when Portal decided to rotate counterclockwise as a 5 stack, and E4 decided to rotate clockwise as a entire
Exactly.
stack?
And that created a very, very tense situation because Portal was were the one confused because they couldn't find E4, and also E4 making that push were unable to find Portal. So that created a tense void for like 20 to 30 seconds before the fight broke out. Uh, anyway, I believe Show clutched that round, if I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
Joe did clutch
That was
that.
the round.
It was an amazing round coming in from the side. But at the same time, now we're going to go ahead and talk about the 9th round, which was won by E4. And that round was amazing because we saw a 5v5 coming in, and then we saw E4 holding instead of pushing or going for a side at all. And we saw them go ahead and push in because we saw Portal Esports go ahead and push in through the back alley, and they got punished for it. And instantly they got 4 people taken out quite fast. It was not a 5v5 even for the first 5 minutes. I think Kenny scored most of those kills in that round, and we saw that closing in with a 6-3 score, as you said, from 6-2, and that maybe bridged the gap a little bit, and we had a hope, I guess, coming in from the side of E4, and that was something
Yeah.
amazing to see. So
Also, you would have noticed the fact that all the 4 losses on the side of Portal and wins on the side of E4 were the ones that initiated from the back alley. And all the fights and all the pushes that took place from there were the ones that were negated on the side of Portal as well when they were trying to plant the bomb and they were trying to defend it. So, there again, signs of weakness being shown from Portal on the side of the B plant and the B back alley pushes. I think
well,
they need some.
it could be
But
either
Carnage,
Portal
you
is
have
weak
to
or
understand
E4
that
is strong. It could be both of them.
taking the B bomb site is one of the most tricky situations in
Exactly,
any Call of
exactly.
Duty games. So everyone usually goes for the A bomb site plant instantly and plays around A, because defending that post bomb plant is quite easy. But again, planning B and the weaknesses which were showed by Poorly Sports, I'm pretty sure that in the future we're gonna see some new strats come up
Creative
from
strats
their
coming in
side.
from Portal, and all
These
the other
guys,
teams as
these
well.
but what these guys showed was that unconventional strats and everything works perfectly when executed with proper synergy. Because I felt like in some of the rounds on the side of poorly esports, they could have executed it better, but I believe that they lost a few gunfights because of which they were 2 or 3 men down, which uh,
Absolutely.
which is why they lost that round when pushing back alley. But
So,
otherwise,
Caliber,
both teams played. Yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah,
You.
they played amazing. So here's the thing, Caliber. Something just interesting happened. So we were not expecting this, but I'd like to take this moment to thank everyone who's watching the stream right now. We just hit 50 concurrent viewers, which is for the first stream of the tournament, the first official one. It's amazing. So thank you all the viewers
Thank
that's
you
there
to all
watching
the
right now.
viewers who are supporting us. And we hope that you correct us wherever we are wrong, because then again, we are not perfect as well. I mean, our knowledge is limited, but we will try our best to give the best whatever you want to call it, best analysis of the game as we can.
So moving on from there, I'd like to go towards the 11th round, and this is pretty amazing because I'm gonna ask Caliber, and Caliber knows this very well because he's also a sniper. So, Caliber, what did you think when you saw that in the 11th round, both of the snipers ditched their sniper gun and they both went for SMGs and ARs respectively? What did you think of that moment? That you actually called it out. You're like, okay, this is an interesting play. So, what was going through your mind when you
It
saw that?
is an interesting play, Duke, because I've seen this happen quite a few times between the police sports M sniper Emi
Uh,
Raza. He's one of the best snipers in Pakistan. Everyone knows about him. So even what he does is that he switches to SMG to rush when he's not sniping. But rarely does it happen that Emi or I that we're gonna be switching from sniping to ARs, because depending on the map, for example, on firing range or standoff, sniping, we've perfected our rotations, our movement in regards to that particular map, and we basically cover up our team by holding long angles with the DLQ-33. So ditching the sniper to go with an AR is an interesting strat, but it's highly unlikely that in a professional tournament you're gonna see the main sniper switch to SMG or AR.
Except I was just going to quote something interesting, which you both are going to remember. So the first time we saw that happen was in the finals of the Janata League, which is the biggest league in India, and the team to pull it off was Team Mayhem, Team MYM, which is one of the best teams in India, against the best team in India, which is Synerge. And when we saw that, we were thoroughly impressed by it too, because Mayhem played at least 30 to 40 rounds of search and destroy without a sniper. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Exactly,
Caliber. We were
exactly. It was it
that is
was
where
it was it was
amazing to
raid
watch.
map. It was raid map, and you have to understand, Moonscope from Synerge was still sniping. But Team Mayhem, they went with 4 SMGs and 1 AR strat. So that's pretty interesting. But again, Carnage, you have to understand that all these situations are dependent on the map teams are playing on. On raid, you can pull it off because it's a long distance map. So if you're planning on rushing the opponent team without a sniper, that might work, that can work, because Team Mayhem definitely pulled it off. But again, in professional matches, as a sniper myself, I don't really recommend that the sniper switches to AR or SMG, because then you're putting your
Absolutely.
team at a huge
So,
disadvantage.
anyways, Caliber. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead into the next match soon. So we're getting ready for it right now. So it's gonna start any moment now. And at the same time, we'd like to talk about the 14th round. I guess was it that? It was. This is probably the last round. So I'd encourage the admins to start the match.
All right, match is starting, guys. So again, good luck, best wishes to both Portal and E4.
So with the match being started, let's talk about classic, I guess, classic strat on firing range, which is probably it's probably going to be the
Everyone
strat
knows. Yeah. The triple cap.
everyone knows.
We call it the
The
triple
triple
cap.
cap.
Unofficial
The
app.
triple
Yeah.
cap. But Carnage, playing against so many professional teams from India, what I've seen is that they instantly rush B and try to cap that. So are we going to see something like that from Poorly Esports or E4? Are they going to rush
I
and
don't
take
know
B?
much about E4. I don't know much about X E4, the way they play on domination. But as far as Portal is concerned, I think they're going to go with the standard strat, which is capping the enemy spawn point and then just proceeding to B so that they make the spawn fix at behind the firing range, where you completely spawn trap the enemy and then it's round over. You can't really do anything to pull unless you like pull it off a really amazing gunfight and then you manage to get one of the points back. So that I believe is the standard way to go for Portal, but let's see, I could be wrong. And as we're into the game, we see Show already moving into the wood, and he's already got control of that. He's trying to solo cap A, which completely reiterates my point that Portal is going to go for the the strat, which is take both the spawn points and then just take B. That's game over because that's the way to go on this match. Do you agree with me, Terrible?
I completely agree with you because for now, what I see is that Anime is holding Siege constantly with the sniper. So he's looking at the teammate angles, he's looking at mid, he's looking
the
at
triple
fire,
cap is coming in.
and the
Yeah.
triple cap is coming in. They have
Yep,
A,
it's over.
and
Yep.
Team E4 has been dominated instantly. And now
Yep.
it's just a fight of getting the flag back, to be honest.
No, but
Because
it's
I
going to be
find
very hard because the spawn
It's
is
going to be very hard.
Yeah, the spawn is going to be firing range now, and already I think two Portal members are already there. If I'm not wrong, let me check. No, they're all on A. Only Magenta is the one who is in the firing range because he knows at least 2 or 3 of them are going to spawn there, and one of them is actually trying to cap C.
So from what I can see is that Portal is just working on keeping Team E4 sponsor.
Yep. See, the firing range spawn trap is live.
Carnage. So here's something interesting. So what I can see, what E4 is doing wrong as of now, as analysis, I guess, they're not waiting for each other so that they can all spawn at a point and then just push together as the entire team towards one flag and just take it completely overwhelm anyone who's holding it. So we're gonna see that happen as we speak, and Kenny and Vase and Sid are going to go ahead and go towards C, and Car's gonna try and hold it off.
But it's pretty much round one, round
see,
the first
that's
round goes to Portal Esports. The
Exactly.
lead is too much.
They could
The
have
lead is
done
too
this.
much.
They could have done this, as you pointed out, 15 to 20 seconds earlier.
I'm down.
Exactly.
But now they're getting punished for it.
So if
So
we
here's the
notice
thing.
something on the side of Portal, Magenta's stacked up airstrike, which comes on 1,000 points if I'm not wrong, and
950,
shows on
950 points.
yeah. So he was on a 10 kill streak, 11 kill streak right now. I think. Yeah, he's completely destroying everyone with the cordite right now. He's on top of that tower, and that's actually one of the hardest places to get into. But once you get into it, it's like
You have
definitely the most.
you have dominance on firing range. Because then you're pretty much unkillable right now. And as E4 is trying to get Magenta off, they successfully
he
managed
dies.
to do that. But the round is over. The round is over.
it's over.
For Esports.
They're in a 70-point lead.
Carnage,
It's a
as the round
seven-
comes to an end,
That's a huge lead.
Ready up.
we're gonna see something interesting. So in the last round, even in this round, as of right now, I can see everyone is using. E4 was using. All of them were using
Capture the
SMGs,
objectives.
and Vase just switched towards the K94. And on the side of Total Esports as well, everyone is using SMGs. Only one guy is using
Yeah,
sniper.
Because-
enemy is still sniping.
So is this like
Yeah.
a meta that's been in firing range specifically? Because even though firing range is pretty long range, I mean, it's
as
not
I
short range.
mentioned, yeah, I know what you're asking. So, as I mentioned, the conventional strat from Portal is to
Targets in
cap
sight.
the enemy spawn point. So, in order to do that, you need to first complete control of the wood. So in order to get control of wood, you need to engage in close fights because the enemy is going to be spawning there. So basically, when you're using something like a cordite or the new gun, the new SMG, whatever it's called, I think the MP5 basically. So when you're using that in close range inside the wood, you're completely destroying everyone. Like there's no way an AR is going to match up to the mobility and the damage and the fire rate that has on offer. So the reason why Portal is using that is because they're again going to try and take the enemy spawn point, and then they're just going to like take
But
B
they've
and it's over.
successfully taken both flags right now, so they're punishing E4 for not playing as a team right now, and you can see that because they're gonna hop on B instantly and take that flag.
See, it's the double caps coming in,
and the triple cap is about to happen. I call it like give it like maximum of 15 more seconds, and they're gonna be triple cap because Scar is already making that move. He has control of wood.
Yeah, but he needs one more team member or at least two more team members to.
Showa's gonna go in right now. Look at him. As you say it, Showa's gonna go in and he's gonna go ahead and try and take the fight with Ironside. He's gonna take down Ironside, and they're gonna be fighting.
And he takes
and the triple cap is there
they're
again.
dominant.
And the triple cap is
Caliber,
but I don't. As we
Caliber,
can
we
see in
need
the
more of
chat
your
right
predictions,
now,
my friend.
Carnage, as you can see in the chat.
Yeah, I'm going to cut
crazy.
you off
They
right
want a
now
nuke.
because you.
They want a nuke.
I
These
want.
guys want a nuke.
No, before the nuke, because you have a golden tongue and you predicted this triple cap in 15 seconds. I'm going to ask you right now because I'm pretty sure this is what everyone wants to know because your foresight is on point. Is YouTube going to be banned or not? Because that's what all of us are wondering. And if it is going to be banned, then unfortunately we won't be streaming any of these wonderful matches for this audience. So is it going to be banned or not, Caliber?
I don't think YouTube is gonna be banned. That's a long shot.
Okay, I'm definitely going to believe you. I'm definitely going to believe you after what you just predicted.
I'm down! Need backup!
Me specifically, I really hope he's right. So, as we say that the round's gonna come to an end because Portal Esports has almost a lead of over 100 points, which is a lot to overcome in under 7 minutes that are left right now in the match. I don't think E4 is gonna be able to come back unless they dominate somehow. Manage to dominate.
They dominate and then they keep that domination going for a very long time. That's going to be the longest time E4 has ever experienced. Time is going to be moving in slow motion for them once they get that domination, but I highly doubt that's going to happen.
Then he's going to try and make a move towards it. Sid is going to go ahead and hop on, and then Vase is going to come in as well.
It's going to be a triple cap. Will it be a triple cap? Oh, no.
It's not a triple cap. So
but
if Kenny, Sid, and Vase, if Kenny, Sid, and Vase would have taken down C, Star was not going to be able to take down A. So they would have had, E4 would have actually had 2 points taken out. So it was only a matter of B. Right now, we've stayed a matter of B, and it's going to be a matter of 1 point coming in, and the match closes it right here. So this is
279. That's more dominance.
I think dominant. So as Carnage is saying, I think this is exactly what he's going to say as well. So I don't think it's actual proper dominance based on mechanics. It's the dominance that's based on mind games and
macro. Exactly.
Exactly. The practice that's been going on.
I completely agree with that. So guys, we're going to be moving into the post-analysis situation now. Well played to Team E4. They showed up. 3 of their lineups are participating in PSNL Season 1. So hats off to these guys for bringing in 3 brilliant lineups and playing in this tournament, participating and following all the rules. So
I would like to give a shout out to Baba Duke as well, who is the team manager of the entire E4 roster. And Baba Duke and Arbiter have done a wonderful job with these lineups, and they've contributed a lot. And we would like to specifically thank them for giving these lineups for this tournament. I hope they've learned a lot from this, and they will participate obviously in the next league as well, which is going to be even bigger with a bigger prize pool. So yes, very well played from E4.
With that being said, E4 did play really well. They could not surmount what Portal, the pressure Portal was putting on, but it's not over for them yet. They're going to go ahead and have a second chance because this is double elimination in this stage. So they're going to have a second chance to beat another team and go ahead and qualify back into the
In
winners
the
bracket
winners
slash
bracket. Exactly.
exactly.
Yes.
So moving into the post analysis, what do you think they did wrong that was like detrimental from the start? Because I saw an early triple cap. That was early triple cap coming in from the side of
Okay.
Portal Esports. So what did you
I'm
think they
going
did wrong?
to. I am not going to point out any individual mistakes or any sort of, you know, any miscommunication, but I will definitely say that one of the biggest reasons for this loss, obviously, in my opinion, was more than the gun skill or more than the mechanics. As we said earlier, it was more of the synergy and more of the macro knowledge that Portal has, which allowed them to dominate E4, XE4, basically. So, in my
I
opinion, it was the knowledge.
I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. But Carnage, the basics of COD Mobile is pretty simple. You see, if you want to win a match, you have to win gunfights. And what E4 was doing wrong is that they were getting crushed in their gunfights, which they were taking. So if you fix that, the first thing is to bring an excellent performance by upscaling your gun skill. Okay, so if you stop losing your gunfights and you start winning it, you instantly can hop on flags and you can take flags as well. But again, we're going to be taking into all the other considerations such as team synergy and rotations around the map, because what we saw from Portal Esports is that their synergy was perfect. We could see that their communication was on point with everything. They were rotating, they were refragging, they were partnering up with each other, and they knew exactly where to peak at the right time.
So carrying on the point that Kelly was making, there was actually a detrimental point was winning the gunfight. So here's an interesting thing: if your gunfight mechanically isn't as strong as your opponent, you could try and play it smart and go for head glitches. So head glitching is actually a really strong strat in Call of Duty Mobile coming in right now. So head glitching basically means when you hide behind an object that covers your entire body except your head, and at that moment your hitbox is as small as a pixel that literally on a mobile phone you cannot see the head properly from a longer range. So anyways, we're going to wrap this up and we're going to be back for the second match, I guess. I'm not sure if our stream schedule allows it because the second match has been delayed from 8 p.m. towards 10 p.m. So we're going to go ahead and talk about it. We're going to discuss it internally and then we're going to be back hopefully, inshallah. So take care guys, everyone. Thank you
Take
so
care,
much for coming.
guys.